Previously on the letter. Oh, I.
Sweet dreams, my love. It'll be over soon.
Ooh. Okay, he's already a prey.
And you wish to have him back?
Can I just get a drink? Goddamn.
I'm not afraid of you, you spook. This is one Scotswoman. You aren't getting into an early grave without a fight.
Rebecca.
No! She's here! You've got to let me out! She's gonna kill me! Someone! She's...
Before my mind can even comprehend what's happening, black tendrils have already coiled tightly around my limbs, dragging every person in the foyer into that room. None of us even get to scream when darkness completely envelops us upon the doors closing.
Understand where your place is now, my love. You belong here. Is it so difficult to grasp? We've been waiting.
There's a moment of panic when the feeling of tendrils around my limbs finally dissipates. As soon as my eyes adjust to the darkness of the room, I'm on my feet and I'm reaching for my knife, holding it out, watching, waiting for every movement. Using it as a way to put distance between me and these peasants. Who knows what they'll do now? We're all desperate to get out of this house. Only 5 of us in this room, 2 of them friends at least. Friends at that. I cannot trust these people not to turn on me. But hell, even Hana's giving me the same looks as them now. Though Min has already gone loon, crouched in a corner and muttering to herself, you can't really say anyone's safe from her. If anything, she's the one I should watch out for. Can I trust anyone? Not anymore. Not after this. Despite the pleading looks, Lily shoots my way while they all huddle in the corner behind Feathers. But I have to remind myself that even people like her are capable of doing the unpleasant. She's only human, for all I know. It's never an excuse why even Hana has her cunning, manipulative moments, though she does it much subtler than I. Why else would Lily show this letter to us that day if not to save herself? I guess I backfired on her now that she and her own friends are also stuck here. Still, I have every right to be livid. Everything that I built has fallen apart. All because these people came into our lives.
All of you!
Oh, don't do anything. Don't do anything, Luke.
This is all your fault! If I've died to this bloody case, I'm taking you all down with me!
Luke, please put that knife away. This isn't going to solve anything.
Calm down, Wright. The situation's already bad. You're just making it worse.
You shut your mouth! If it weren't for you, for this letter, for all of you, none of this would have happened!
Is your life all that matters to you? What about these people here? Don't they have the same problem? What about me, Luke? Do you even care?
Are you taking their side? You're also stuck in this nightmare, Hana! That creature is out to get us, and you're still defending these people!
I'm not defending anyone, Luke. I'm just trying to be reasonable when you're clearly not.
Oh, of course you're not. You're just the one who bought this bloody mansion to begin with. If I didn't know any better, you did this on purpose!
Why, no. Why would I ever do that? This was only meant to be an anniversary gift. For you. For us. For the family we're going to have.
Right, anniversary gift. Oh, here's your gift, darling. Oh, by the way, there's a curse included in that package. I hope that's all right. Are you really that eager to get rid of me, Hana? Because if that's what you've been meaning to do all this time, you might as well just put a knife in my back while I...
Suddenly Hana sets up and slaps the knife away from my hand. Said knife slides uselessly under the table out of my reach. Before my mind registers what's happening, a sharp blow explodes in the side of my head, sending me reeling backwards. Oof, shit. She merely stands before me afterwards without even batting an eye, glaring at me as if she might rip my head off in this instant sometimes. Sometimes I forget.
Don't you dare, Luke. Don't you dare imply I've ever thought of you that way.
That Hana is never the weak woman I believe her to be. How did it come to this? How did I come to think of her as such? She used to be someone I can look up to, isn't she? When you look at her now, the way she stands tall, facing a man like me in the same way she has done so all those years ago, I can't help but think, am I not responsible for taking that part of herself away from her? Enjoy your time as Mrs. Luke Wright. What about the shite figures that why she would want to leave me?
And these people are only trying to help us.
Oh, of course, by barging into our home. Are you really going to trust them to save your life? These peasants who brought this pox upon us.
You keep that rude mouth running, Whiskey, and see if any of us here will help you out of this place.
Please stop! All of you stop this!
To hear Lily speak out loud, I can't say I'm not surprised. She was always giving me the impression of someone so meek from the moment I met her, either from her inexperience of her or her station in life. She has never struck me as someone fitting to be a real estate agent. Until now. Quietly, she puts herself between me and Mint, cutting whatever scathing words we've yet to hurl at each other. The way she glares at me, it reminds me a little of the way my own mom would look at me, particularly when I've done something wrong, and it's not a stare she's unused to showing. She has done this before, probably to a younger sibling. Huh? If she only sees us now as a pair of squabbling kids and not two mature adults, well, that's only to be expected. No doubt that's how she sees us. For a long moment, there's only silence in the room. Feathers, for all his guts, doesn't even dare break it, merely watching us. Where did all his bravado go now, huh? Not that it matters when Lily starts speaking again, after some of the anger and tension as Liv did from the room.
Stop this, please! With or without that damn piece of paper, we...
Deep breath and exhale. Then she closes her eyes, a crease forming between her eyebrows, while she grips her hand tightly in front of her.
We still would have ended up in this mess.
The atmosphere that descends into the room right after that admission is anything but pleasant. I call it that, an admission? It seems like it from the way her eyes nervously flick between her and her friends and I. She appears to know more than she lets on, and how she makes herself appear smaller after dropping that bomb on us doesn't sit quite well with me. Impatience is something I don't have the luxury of having right now and bestowing upon others. What else does this girl know? What else is she not telling us? Besides, because from the look of this, even if her friends has no idea what she's talking about. Unwilling to wait, I grab her arm before she retreats without explanation, waving the letter still in my hand in front of her.
Ow! Sir, you're hurting me!
Hey, hands off her right!
Fuck off, Feathers. I have questions for your friend, and she better have the answers.
Then stop taking it out on every single person.
Your friend is hiding something.
She struggles for a moment, but my hold eventually forces her to look up at me. Fear and uncertainty spreads across her features, especially when her eyes land on the damn paper. Eventually, I want to be considerate right now. I want answers.
What do you mean, Lily?
I'm not sure about it.
I'm clicking. Damn it. Damn it, I'm clicking.
Don't give me that. You know something.
Ow! Please, sir. I know the paper's useless, okay?
As I mentioned the letter, without warning, Mint snatches the paper out of my hand. It's a miracle it didn't rip right then and there, but the way she glares at it, I think she may want to do exactly
We
that.
should have gotten rid of this thing. We should have burned it at the first opportunity we got.
No, even if we rip it to shreds, it won't do anything. I think...
You don't know what I've seen, Santos. There were children, victims, all because they had no idea what this thing will do to them. Oh God, those poor souls. They were screaming and begging before she...
Then what about those people they mentioned in the news lately? All those who died? My coworkers? The open house clients? None of them had seen it. Even Rose. And yet they're all dead. I should know. That letter has been with me since I picked it up. And I swear I didn't make copies of this thing. Even if I wanted to save myself, I wouldn't do that to my friends. Or anyone.
She makes a good point.
Is that what the trip to BRC was for?
Yes, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you guys until I was certain. None of you believed me the first time. I had to find proof.
And yet we're all here. Are you taking me for a fool, Lily?
I have to go with Whiskey on this. Who knows how many has already seen this before you found it? This cursed thing has to go!
We would have ended up here either way. Maybe? I really don't know. Sir, please. All I know is that paper isn't the reason why all of this is happening. There's something else. Maybe it's this place that's the problem. Maybe it's this we should be getting rid of.
What? You mean we burn this place down?
I mean, I'm down for it.
I still think we should get rid of this letter before we start thinking of destroying a place with some historical value.
What? No! We are not burning a multi-million-pound mansion, you peasants! I just spent a fortune on this.
Seriously, Luke, are you really more worried about that?
Buttercup, marching, millions. It's going to take years getting all that money back.
Well, you certainly won't be getting any of that money if you're dead. Really, Luke? Is that more important than your life?
Bloody fucking hell! Not only do I have trespassers on my property, but they're also arsonists!
How dare they suggest something like that? Bloody peasants. My head's already aching just listening to them. To think this is all the solution they can come up with. Should have just stabbed all of them and made a run for it. It doesn't help that with each second we spend talking here, the crazier this whole place gets. Ooh, hey. The voices have become louder and somehow sounding more vicious as the things in this room start floating. Mark my words, I will fucking flip out. And they may not be thinking of it right now, but eventually they'll turn on me, such as the nature of humans. Better find a way out of this place as soon as possible if I want to stay alive. Fuck, I still have so much to do. None of our choices seem sound, but who knows? We don't understand a shit about this place. Might as well try everything, yeah? Whatever works. If I also have to be the one to make the bold decision, so be it. Not room for errors, with the only sane one doing the thinking. In the off chance I'm wrong, well, they suggested it. Okay. We burned the goddamn mansion. We are burning this mansion. I'm going to regret this, I will. But with these cries growing louder, this has become the easiest decision I have ever made. I'm getting tired of hearing her sobbing, really. It's just irritating, isn't she getting tired of it? I had someone has to act fast, think fast, and what else is the root cause of our problems with this place where the letter was found? No need to make things more complicated. It started to get here. Why won't it end here? If Lily had said it true, then there's all the reason to destroy it. Put an end to this madness before someone thinks of putting this blasted place up in the market. When I get out of the place, I swear I'm suing a bunch of people, run that estate company to the ground if need be. We spent millions, damn it. Millions. With a sigh and perhaps a heavy heart, I opened one of the drawers on my study table, taking a bottle of liquor out for myself and passing it on to every occupant in the room. They said to, but not without looking at protest or a confused glance my way. They'll shut them all up, so maybe I've done something good.
Luke, this isn't the time!
Even more when I pop the cork off the bottom and pour out its contents on the
Well,
floor.
what are you simpletons waiting for?
We waste no time dusting the whole room, the smell of alcohol filling the air. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they're more than eager to set this whole place on fire. And the blaze catches easily in this room when I set it alight using the blasted paper as kindling. With the whole place drenched with wine and all manner of things alcoholic I've been hiding from Hana, the small fire soon turns into an inferno. A matter of seconds, we're out the door. Doesn't exactly lead where I'm hoping it will, although ends up in the kitchen. Although ending up in the kitchen does give us more reason to play like a bunch of pyromaniacs. Fishing the liquor stocks from the cupboards, we also do the same thing we've done to the study. Ooh. Have I ever seen this spot looking like this? I don't know. Door after door in every room we pass. Pouring bottle after bottle of expensive aged liquor and setting everything on fire, only leaving once the blaze has started in earnest. When we run out of liquor, we simply drop the bottle and take one off my many nooks I've stashed one. And there's no lack of it in here, the hard stuff, the shorts, the watered down kind. And the way he hides his liquor is proving very useful. Gifts from distant relative, friends, so-called friends, you name it. I made sure there's always one within reach.
How many of these things do you keep in this house?
I always have a few bottles in the bedroom, the parlor, and the dining room.
You have problems, man.
Yeah.
Well, isn't this the time to discuss them?
Turns out it'll be useful. I just said that. Not to drown out my sorrows, but for this, wonders of wonders, though I suppose I can now say it also saved my life. But there's no time for some introspection now, because with each room we pass and burn, the place also becomes easier to navigate, as if it's slowly righting itself, and turning to what it's supposed to be. Soon we find ourselves standing before the main door, the strong odor of burning wood, cloth, and varnish that the like, whilst from under the doors of the rooms we previously torched, slowly filling the hall with thick black smoke. The blaze has also started it in earnest. In every part of the house I can already feel the heat seeping from the rooms I've set aflame. In a matter of minutes, flames will engulf the whole house. Fitting that is when she appears again before us, watching us from the top of the stairs. All her world goes up in flames around her. However, what catches my eye is that expression on her face. Not the vile smile I've already grown accustomed to, or the one where her eyes gleam with complete hatred. This one, forlorn, is the only word I can think to describe it.
Please, help me. Help me, please.
Can the dead still feel? Can she hear us? Or is that merely another one of her tricks to trap us in this nightmare? Like this, however, she seems almost like the woman she used to be, and I don't waste any time pondering over it. Not with the exit just a few steps away. The door's finally open, and through it I can glimpse the world outside. Safety. However, I do turn if only to see the last of her. A farewell more than anything. For her attempts to lure me, draw me in, her wishes to be with me, she does not stop me when I finally run from this horrid place. Quietly, she disappears. That's that's a good achievement name. Watching a multi-million-pound house burn before me, for some reason, nothing about this bothers me. Maybe it's one last look on her face that has changed, and maybe it's what I've seen and heard inside. There's only a calm, a stillness, the same hush that comes after a terrible storm has swept the countryside, and with it the sight of the sun rising above the horizon. Ever so slowly, the sky begins to lighten before my eyes. Darkness giving way to the warm morning hues, soft rays spilling over the vast expanse of Luxembourg countryside. Nearby, the trees sway and rustle with the breeze, a passing draft that carries even into this room from outside, cool enough to make me shiver, the remnants of a storm that has passed. In the distance, I can hear the soft chirping of birds while the rest of the world stirs, wakes. Gone at last. We are free. Of course, there's an epilogue. Please, can it not be a long epilogue? Please, because I've been recording for over an hour. Almost an hour and a half. Almost an hour and a half. Like the flames that engulfed the mansion that night, whispers quickly spread across the Luxembourg city after the incident. Officers who investigated have simply deemed it an unfortunate accident, regardless of the truth. Luke Wright files criminal charges against Brat Realty Corporation after for undisclosed reasons to the public, forcing the latter to declare bankruptcy. A move that has merely stoked the rumors further. But for those who still believe in the stories of the old and those who know the truth, it is but a testament to the curse and the secrets of the Ermengarde mansion has hidden for centuries. If there will come a time, those will finally be revealed. Only the ashes of the now ruined mansion know. However, on nights when the wind howls and thunder booms across the sky, some still claim hearing of voices where it once stood, of cries and wails that fill the nights and desperate calls of help by anyone who dares listen. As for those who once tread its halls, unable to settle their differences, Han Wright eventually files for divorce from Luke Wright. Aww. For several months, they become the subject of gossip in the mass media in the city. In spite of this, the two have uncharacteristically remained tight-lipped on the circumstances of their separation. Though many assumed it's the inevitable falling out stemming from the trouble during the couple's housewarming party. To everyone's surprise, however, Luke Wright quickly accepts the court's decision and disappears from the Evans heiress life without creating much fuss. The once couple has kept an amicable relationship, though, and the businessman is seen visiting Hannah Evans on the day of their twins' birth. Oh wait, are you saying that she actually was pregnant? Hannah was pregnant this whole time? No wonder she kept urging about family and all that. With the Wright couple separation also comes the Wright Evans conglomerate split up. Although the Wright enterprise still manages to do well in the business, with Evans Incorporated back as a competitor, other tech league places its CEO and the company under legal spotlight months later. This time, however, with the then Chief Inspector Harvey Lee's sudden absence, the businessman isn't able to escape close scrutiny. An investigation headed by LPD's Detective Inspector Ashton Frey, all of Wright's Enterprise's illegal business dealings within the past 10 years come to light. Although his involvement with the other crimes is still being investigated, the disclosure has caused a huge outcry, especially from the city's business sector. Sued on multiple grounds, the company is ultimately forced to shut down. Oddly, when Luke Wright steps out of his office one last time, there's only a small smile on his face. To avoid public outage, the once affluent businessman immediately leaves the city. All of his bank accounts have been emptied, including his Luxburn apartments, leaving not a single trace or clue of where he might be heading. The last anyone has seen of the man was on a flight bound for Ireland. Till this day, no one has heard from him. Even his people from the Old Wright Enterprise, who have been left to deal with the aftermath. If Hannah Evans knows, she has kept mum about it. Though over the past few months, after the situation calmed, some have made claims of spotting him flitting in and out of the city, only to check on those he has left behind. Following the company split, Hannah Evans reestablishes Evan Incorporated, becoming its CEO. Like her late father, has always wondered for her. Although a bit out of practice and doubted by many people at first, the Evans heiress quickly finds her bearings and proves to be every bit as talented in the business as her parents. Soon under her management, the new Evans Inc. flourishes, becoming one of the prime investment and finance companies in Luxburn City. Months after her recovery, Marianne McCullough heads back to her homeland, ready to close a chapter of a past she has left hanging on for so long. Now she visits Lorraine's grave, asking for forgiveness from the girl she once loved, something she has intentionally avoided for years. Although the terror of what she has witnessed inside the Ermengarde mansion still clings to her, she bravely chooses to move on from it, turning a new leaf by focusing on a new branch of her interior design company, leaving her interior design company at Luxburn in the hands of her secretary instead. Although she never returns to the city after, she is frequently visiting to check on the people has become acquainted with in her years there. Having finally accepted herself, she won't deny she's in a happier place now. By some stroke of luck or an unfortunate circumstance of fate, Marianne encounters Luke Wright once again, almost a year after she returned home. She meets a man in the Florida marketplace, newly settled, fumbling, and confused. Although her opinion of him remains ambivalent, at best she reluctantly offers help, especially after seeing him stumble on his Gaelic more times than she deems acceptable. It becomes a start, not to a close friendship, but by any means, but perhaps something akin to it. And on better days, when virtual and scathing words don't get in the way, there's only the pleasant companionship one offers to the other. Casual visits to the other's home, sharing a bottle of wine or two, or simply talking about anything under the sun. The comfort after the things they can no longer have. Something they both eventually learn to appreciate with time. Despite making the Ireland branch of her interior design company her focus now, Marianne continues to cater to her most avid patrons in Luxburn when requested. After her work on the Ermengarde mansion, Hannah Evans has never trusted another to handle the design for any of the place she owns. Upon moving back to the Evans mansion after her divorce, Marianne's name is the first thing she calls. The woman is quick to fly back to the city if the socialite summons, while not only helping with the decorations of the whole place, but also assisting with renovations, much to Hannah's delight. Since then, the two women have kept a close relationship and business relationship. Often they can be seen going around town together when Marianne's in town, and the Evans heiress can be heard recommending the interior designer to her peers during parties. Some even may go as far as say Hannah Evans has confided with Marianne McCullough during the tumultuous time for divorce with Luke Wright. Whatever the case is, one can't deny that both women have found a confidant in the other. Oh, Isabella. I'm going to finish all my water recording this. With her newfound courage, Isabella Santos finally chooses to pursue what she really wants for herself. Having made enough to keep her family afloat for a few years, and with their blessing, she quits her job at Brow Realty Company and takes the scholarship offer from the local university. Though remarkably out of practice and unsure if she'll be able to keep up by the time she returns to university, she finds her feet soon enough with help from people close to her. With no confidence in her skills growing, so do the number of people recognizing her and her work. It doesn't take long for several award-giving bodies to take notice of her. For all of her accomplishments, however, she has never truly forgotten what happened at the Ermengarde mansion, nor what she has lost. The images still remain in her, and on particularly unpleasant nights, terrors continue to visit her dreams. She knows those will never disappear from her life. It has become a part of her in the same way death has permanently taken from her. However, she's no longer afraid. And with a brave face, she carries on, earnestly wishing that someday she'll be able to paint brighter, more vivid thoughts on her campus. An honest portrayal of life and hope amidst the fear. While she's aware that she still has plenty of ways to go, getting back to school has also opened a lot of opportunities for Isabella. At times, part-time work has started to come in droves, and she is about to support herself financially through her art alone, something she has only dreamed of as a child. And when clients are generous enough, she's able to send money back home as well, despite her family's reassurances. One such client is Marianne McCullough's interior designer company, who frequently commissions her for murals after the woman has learned of her skill. Though at times she finds it difficult to keep up with interior designer's standard for quality, it's a job and a challenge she's only too happy to accept if it means doing what she loves. Following the success in bringing the Luxburn front case to a close, Ashton Frey receives a recommendation for transfer to Luxburn's lead agency against organized crime. An endorsement eagerly backed by the newly appointed successor of the late Chief Inspector Lee, Abigail Harris. Knowing he'll have more resources, leeway, and a bigger chance at ultimately bringing Luke Wright to justice, Ashton Frey accepts. He still warns the people close to him against Wright and his associates, but only a friendly reminder now more than anything. Oh, he does worry. He believes they are wise enough to know what they are doing and trusts their judgment. For now, he has decided to leave the evidence and the law to speak for itself and take care of the man once the proper time comes. Nowadays, police work and operations keep him busy, sometimes taking him away from the city he grew up in for days on end. A rare thing for him to enjoy once upon a time, yet this time he never loses his drive, simply growing more determined after having finally found a clear purpose close to the rush and excitement he dreamed of as a child. Although Ashton still keeps mum about specific details of his work, his experience with the curse has slowly taught him how to open up, especially to those who he knows that genuinely care for him. He still has a long way to go, he knows that, but for the sake of the people who are still with him, those who have chosen to stay, so what he has lost, he hopes there will come a day when he no longer has to hide behind his own lies, a day when he is no longer afraid of facing the truth in his own words. Between the lingering trauma and their measly attempts at normalcy, it takes a few months for the awkwardness to finally lift for both Ashton Frey and Isabella Santos. And several weeks trying to find their voice and remembering how to act around each other despite enduring affections. But once the unease fades, there's only their usual banter and rapport to fall back on, the casual talk and the friendly jibes. And for the both of them, it's easy, like breathing, like coming home after another journey, a comfort in spite of the things they have gone through. The days may still be filled with petty arguments and light teasing, but in the aftermath, when all has been said and done, something constant has already been forged between them. It's that steadfast thing that can both hold on to as they both carry on. Damn. I didn't think I was gonna actually finish it. Pretty much drank all of my water. Dear you, if you're reading this, it means you finished playing the game in one way or another. When we thank you for the time spent in playing The Letter, this game is our passion project more than anything. No kind of visual novel experience. It was definitely. The Letter is the first of many visual novels coming from us. If you'd like what we did with this game, I'd like to support it. Okay. God damn. I'm most likely having this episode split into two things. So, it's in two different episodes. Because I recorded for like an hour and a half. Hope you enjoyed this. This is the last video of The Letter. I don't know what else to say. Maybe I'll check out some of their other ones from this developer. Because I said I'm not gonna play this game again, at least not for videos, because my throat would not like that. But yeah, this was so good. I'm surprised at how invested I got with the characters, and overall, the fact that the jump scares, the jump scares were really good. But yeah, that's all I got to say. If you enjoyed this, then Leave a like, subscribe, check out all the other stuff I do, and hope to see you in a new video. Bye bye.